Here's another one. Ron Coston writes a story. Finding from the first glimmer of an idea to the final sentence. Oh, what do we have in here? The idea of the story idea. You have an outline, staying in the room, the dictionary stand, writing character in inventory, going over to her window. Let's give you kind of an example of a scene. The outer story. The purpose of a scene. So this basically just gives you some tips on how to get through the novel. Not as interesting as some of the other ones, but it does have some good stuff in it. Here's one. The Writer Within You. A step-by-step guide to writing and publishing in your retirement years. So for any older watchers out here, this might be helpful. Especially if you're looking to get published rather than just completing Nano. Let me go to the table of contents and see what it says. Can I really become a writer? Building your confidence, choosing your genre, selecting your niche, calling on your background, outlets for your work, discipline can be fun, can I really make a book? And that's all just chapter 1. Digging in, where do your ideas come from? The novel, what is a novel? The fiction ladder, frequently asked questions, theme, structure, and plot. Establishing viewpoint, pacing your book, show, never tell. Some tips for nonfiction, memoirs, and choosing publishers since you've finished your book. Self-publishing to save time and money, which self-publishing is becoming way popular lately. Following the traditional path, and that's about getting an agent and finding publishers and stuff. Proposing but not on bended knee. A well-crafted book proposal is magic. It's a go, and this tells about getting a contract and everything. Marketing your book, promoting your book, choosing the right market, writing articles, travel writing. So this one covers a wide range of topics that is helpful to anybody who wants to write a novel and sell the novel. I don't think age should really have anything to do with it. But it tells about, like designing your cover, and gives you little words of wisdom tips in the book. See if you can see that. Yeah. It doesn't show very good. But, chapter descriptions, copyright, reading like a writer. Yeah, fairly thick book, so I'd give this one a go. So you want to be a writer, how to write, get published, and maybe even make it big. With 10 real kid authors. Oh, so this is a young adult book. So it's aimed at the younger generation. And it has little interviews with different writers, age like 15, 16, in their teens. They kind of break down the genres and give you examples of authors in those genres. Some more stuff about cliches. How to get over writer's block. Some writing prompts. Warm up your creative muscles by writing a review of the last movie, concert, sports game that you saw. Write not only your opinion, but also how the audience around you reacted. Some stuff on memoirs. This is a pretty good book. And it talks about the fear of criticism or rejection. What to do with reader comments. And some other authors' writing processes. and some more stuff on getting published. And it even has some stuff on a young author of 11. So if an 11-year-old can do it, so can you. Okay, this is a great looking book. Showing and Telling. Learn how to show and when to tell for powerful, balanced writing. Let's see. Table of contents. The purpose of scenes, types of scenes, scene structure, tools of the scene trade, and the sins of scenes. Looks like there's lots of stuff. And telling about detail. Well, that's a bit of an involved book. Tells you about tenses, time tags, and how to do it successfully. Beginning scene, scene structure, developing conflict, creating character summaries so you can better write for them. Let's see, are there any examples that I can read really quick? It goes over metaphors and similes, language. So this will be a great book to help you add detail into your writing. It's a bit too involved for me to just pick and read a few paragraphs to you. But scene beginning, middle, and ends. Bad things that people do. And so I would definitely look into this book if you're trying to fluff up your story and add more detail to it. Okay, writing the breakout novel. Insider advice for taking your fiction to the next level. Breakout checklist. Plot. Plot is the organization of a story. The essence of story is conflict. Conflict in a breakout novel is meaningful, immediate, large-scale, surprising, not easily resolved, and happens to people for whom we feel sympathy. The 5 essential plot elements are sympathetic characters, conflict, complications, climax, and resolution. Breakout plots are layered. Bridging conflict carries the reader from the opening line to the moment when the central conflict is set. In breakout fiction, the central conflict is as deep and as bad as possibly can be. Employ high moments, plot turns, and death to change characters and set them free. To break out, simple plot structures need high stakes, complex characters, and layered conflicts. Simple plot structures produce tight stories. Expansive stories come more easily from open-ended or complex plot structures such as the hero's journey. But yeah, this is a very involved book. But it looks really good, and I hear it mentioned a lot between my friends and other writing groups. So again, writing the breakout novel. Okay, and this one is just for a specific genre. Writing and selling your mystery novel. So it gives great tips on how to write a mystery novel. So it gives you like a list of subgenres between mystery. Cozy, caper, police procedural, PI, historical, legal, psychological suspense, forensic, femjep, which stands for female in jeopardy, and genre busters. Series and standalones, what makes a mystery novel popular, how to begin, how to add suspense into your novel, to outline or not to outline, writing a before-the-fact synopsis, staking out the plot, so where your setting should be. So this covers tons of things mentioned in the other books. So if you're planning on writing a mystery or adding a mystery subplot, I would go for this book. Maybe even just this book, because it'll cover a lot of those other things, so you don't need to read all of these books. And that's all that I brought home with me, which is quite a bit, and there's still tons, and I hadn't even been over to the juvenile section of books yet, where there's probably tons more. Or actually, I did look over there. There's probably about 10 more books just for young readers, like in the preteens. So go check out your library. There's tons of books that will get you going, and this is a perfect time to do that before Nano. And next up, I might do a little bit talking about online resources and places you can go to help you get ideas from the comfort of your home and laptop. So you don't even need to leave the house for the whole month of November if you don't want to. So I hope these tips were a bit helpful for you. Bye!